most welcome to Historiespanerna History Reconnaissance and Strafing Japan 1945. This time we have some really interesting close-up footage of US Army Air Force fighters, Mustangs and Thunderbolts, carrying out ground attacks on trains, ships, airfields and buildings in the Japanese home islands. Since the American B-29 bombers in the spring of 1945 faced very little opposition from Japanese fighters, these US fighter units could be released from escort duty and instead carry out raids and strafe targets of opportunity. And please, like, share and subscribe. It means a lot to us. US Army Air Force P-51 Mustang fighters of the 7th Fighter Command, stationed at Iwo Jima from March 1945, were initially used mainly to escort B-29 bombers. They also conducted a series of independent ground attack missions against targets in the home islands. The first of these operations took place on April 16, when 57 P-51s strafed Kanoya Airfield in Kyushu. In operations in April and June 1945, American fighter pilots claimed the destruction of 64 Japanese aircraft and damage to another 180 on the ground, as well as further 10 shot down in flight. US losses were 11 P-51s to enemy action and 7 to other causes. to the lack of Japanese air opposition to the American bomber raids. 7th Fighter Command was solely tasked with ground attack missions from July 1945. These raids were frequently made against airfields to destroy aircraft being held in reserve to attack the expected Allied invasion fleet. While the P-51 pilots only occasionally encountered Japanese fighters in the air, the airfields were protected by anti-aircraft batteries and barrage balloons. Even on August 15, 1945, the day of surrender, and 6 days after the second atom bomb was dropped, P-51s flew strafe missions over Japan. That day, a squadron of P-51s had taken off from Iwo Jima. They had dropped their fuel tanks over the ocean. Then, passing Mount Fuji on the familiar route, knowing that the end of the war was imminent. The signal for this would be the code word Utah. This was not received, and approaching the capital Tokyo, the flight of P-51s swooped down and attacked several airfields while being met by heavy ground fire. When one of the pilots reached a minimum fuel level of 90 gallons, it was time to set the course back to Iwo Jima. All aircraft did not make it back, and only when they were back they learned that the war was over. The code word Utah had been broadcast, not reaching them until landing. By the end of the war, 7th Fighter Command had conducted 51 ground attack raids. The fighter pilots claimed to have destroyed or damaged 1,062 aircraft and 254 ships, along with a large number of buildings and railway rolling stock. American losses were 91 pilots killed and 157 Mustangs destroyed.
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.